Don't try to tell me that I don't have a right to be mad since you won't be involved in our son's life. A son? We're having a boy? I'd be careful what I'd say out loud if I were you, Zeke. Like I already told you, my parents are gonna help me out. My dad can teach me how to raise a man. At least Kimmy has an idea of what happened to Danny. A bunch of families don't even got a clue as to what happened to the loved ones they lost. Now I just need to figure out how to break it to Kimmy. That girl's my baby, Quinlan. Let me break the news to her. Let me know what. Thanks for a meeting with me, Dee Dee. Don't mention it, Zeke. Is Nichelle gonna be here soon? Nah, she don't even know I'm here. So why did you call me here? I found out that I'm gonna have a son. How come you seem so down, Yvette? Do you regret not having a gender reveal party? No, Mom. You didn't want me to keep my baby, so I didn't need a big event to find out that I'm having a son. This certainly isn't what your father and I planned for your life, but I am getting used to the idea of having a grandson. But if you're not upset about not throwing a gender reveal party, then does this mean that she might be having second thoughts about testifying in court? Why are we meeting here instead of at my office, Miss Franklin? Because Wade Apina might be having me followed, so I need to make it seem like I just happened to have bumped into you. Why would Wade be having you followed? He's aware that I know he's hiding something, Commissioner. And now I think that he's hiding the fact that he took his own brother's life. I've been following Wade all day, Fiboon. Nothing that I saw made it seem like he was anywhere that Sean's body could have been hid. Like I've told you before, Ben, Wade was always taught to look out for his younger brothers. He must have buried Sean somewhere that he would regularly visit him if Wade did in fact take Sean's life. How did it make you feel knowing what you're gonna have? I don't even know what to feel, Dee Dee, but it makes it feel more real knowing that Yvette's gonna have a son. I bet that makes me sound like trash. You sound like a young father who's trying to figure out a complicated situation. Give yourself some grace. Did you know that Yvette will be having a boy? Yvette still wants nothing to do with me. On top of that, I ain't hear nothing from JJ since it seems like he and Yvette are becoming friends. Do you think Yvette would ever tell JJ that I'm the one who got her pregnant? I already made up my mind, Mom. I'm not going to testify against Keith Burke in court. I understand that you don't want to do that, Yvette. And you're right. You shouldn't have to feel that sort of pressure since you are pregnant, but I just want to make sure that you won't regret this. Keith almost took my life. Why would I ever want to look at his evil eyes again when he'll be going to prison with or without my testimony? The fact is that I want to make sure that he doesn't hold any power over you, baby. What makes you so sure that Sean is no longer living and that Wade is responsible? Ben spoke with Fiboon Apina and she believes that since she hasn't heard from Sean after I interviewed her, that Sean must no longer be alive. Since the family has a reputation of devouring its own, it made sense to her that Wade took care of Sean. But why? It's not like Sean was trying to take over Wade's position. No, but he did disappear soon after the text from the fake profile was sent to Sean's phone. So you're telling me that Wade saw Sean as a liability. It would be a challenge to go after Wade when there's no body. Wade must want to try and forget the fact that he took his younger brother's life. How can he forget something so terrible when I've constantly reminded him that Sean is nowhere to be found? Are you sure that it would be too much of a risk to ask Wade where he could have buried Sean? If Wade could put his own brother into an early grave, then he's more than capable of doing the same to me. Don't worry, Zeke. When Yvette told me that you were the one who got her pregnant, I had to pretty much pull her teeth. She told me when she ain't even tell her parents about you. You're in the clear, but I ain't even pressure Yvette for her to tell me she's gonna have a boy. She just spit it out. I mean, you were gonna find out eventually. Yeah, but I just thought having a girl would be easier. Hold up. How come you're more worried about having a boy? The last thing I want is for my son to end up just like me, Dee. Keith has no power over me, Mom, but you can't even bring yourself to be in the same room as him. What do you not understand? The last time I was in the room with that monster, he was getting ready to blow my brains out. But you're not in my shoes, so why would you understand why I would never want to see that psycho again? I know that I didn't go through what you went through, Yvette, and I wish that I could take that experience away from you, but testifying against Keith could show him that he couldn't break you. It's clear that he didn't break me because I'm still alive, Mom. You have no idea what he tried to take from me before, and I refuse to give him the chance to try and take something from me again. The very thought of Wade getting rid of his own brother's body just gives me the shivers. I would do anything to protect my younger brother Zeke. They're a bunch of traffickers, Miss Franklin. The Apenia's morality is set at a low bar. How will this shift the investigation, Commissioner? According to everything you've told me, I'm no longer searching for a runaway criminal, but his corpse. What I need you to do is ensure me that the public won't find out about your theory, especially Wade. Are you telling me that you're afraid of Wade? I thought that he and his brothers always feared me, especially when I raised them to never tell me a single lie. But lying to you doesn't immediately mean that Wade no longer fears you. He might have lied because of his fear of you, Fiboon. That gives you an advantage. Do you truly think it's wise for me to take such a risk? What are you really concerned about, Fiboon? Hearing from your oldest son that he took the life of his younger brother? If you're worried that your son will grow up Dylan, then you ain't gotta worry since he'll be born into a wealthy family. We've already been through this before, Dee. I'm just worried about how he'd turn out growing up without a father. When he gets older and I ain't there, then he'd hate me. Think of it like giving him up for adoption, Zeke. Yvette's parents are gonna help raise the baby. He'll have a father figure by being raised by Yvette's dad. But he ain't the baby's dad, Dee. I am. That boy is gonna know that he grew up without a father who wasn't there for him. He ain't gonna care about why I'd have to stay away. I get that you don't want to lose Nichelle, but it's down to you if you lose out on the chance of getting to know your son or not. If I don't understand, then help me, Yvette. Just leave it alone, Mom, please. I won't. I am still your mother, and I don't want you to suffer in silence. You know that you're having a son. Years down the line, would you like your son to do to you what you're doing to me? That's not fair. It is. You decided to keep this baby, so you need to deal with the real consequences of that choice. You're gonna be a mother sooner than you realize. Here's a piece of advice. Mothers don't want to see their children suffer. As your mother, I am pleading with you to just open up and be honest with me. Mom, I've already made a mess of my life and brought so much shame to this family. How would you ever believe anything I'd ever tell you? As long as you just open up, I will never doubt anything you say. The second you were born, I vowed to love you for as long as I live, Yvette. Trust me and I'll trust you. What did you mean Keith tried taking a lot from you? Do you feel like he took your sense of security? The day that he took Ulysses' life and almost took mine wasn't the only thing that Keith did to me. What else has he done? You're gonna be so mad at me. To be honest, you're worrying me, baby. But I need you to trust me enough to help you get through whatever you're keeping from me. Just spit it out. Before Keith brought the weapon to school and did damage, Keith tried to force himself onto me. I know that bringing this to light will be dangerous, Commissioner, but we need to figure out something since Fiboon won't be going to the police with what she believes. Do you think she'd protect Wade? Quite the opposite. Since Wade has been lying to her, I'm afraid that she'll get rid of Wade next, making her the head of the Apenia organization. I'll tell you what worries me, Ben. I'm worried what I might do once I hear what Wade did to Sean. You hired me to find out what happened to your son, Fiboon. Now I can't tell you how to feel, but what I can tell you, that finding out the truth is in your hands. Okay? I'll get Wade to confess to taking his brother's life.